Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, it's on Steam. And here's the last Let's Play. Most of it was spent talking to Bro. Here. And then some other things. And now we're going to pry into what Sovy's up to. Sovy looked at the sea, taking every detail of the near infinite expanse. Still processing the earlier revelations, he gritted his teeth, annoyed. Why did the Triumvirate wait so long to tell him these secrets?
Master, are you okay?
Too bad I can spy in on those things too, but whatever.
Of course.
There it is again, that dismissive tone. I can tell when something is wrong, you know. There's no need to lie. I'm your apprentice.
It's nothing, Halen.
I think it has to do with what happened earlier. The Triumvirate told you something, didn't they? You're not taking it well. I could tell the entire time.
Very perceptive. Leave me alone.
Sovy, you're acting like a child.
Let's have a deep sigh as his apprentice hounds information. It was true, but Sovy didn't want to admit it. He was too prideful.
Please tell me. I want to help you, Sovy. I stand by your side no matter what.
Are you sure about that, Halen?
Of course. You don't have to tell me what they said, Sovy, but at least tell me what you're feeling.
Sovy took note at Halen's sudden empathy. It was abnormal and somewhat unwelcome. It had changed in the last few hours. What had changed in the last few hours?
They told me something I wasn't ready to hear. I'm sorry I forgot about you. And I'm sorry for being cross.
Cross.
My thoughts are muddled, Halen. And I'm confused.
How do you plan to deal with that?
For the first time in a while, I don't know. My purpose was always clear, my resolve unwavering. I'm starting to feel like my previous master, before my promotion.
You never did tell me what happened to him.
Oh, I killed him.
No, I didn't.
Very well. At least tell me about this purpose of yours. I fight to ensure the reign of the Triumvirate, our gods.
A very clear purpose, and noble to some. For me, things have always been a bit different. I fight to ensure the reign of Alestia's true rulers.
Then what's the issue, Master? It would seem that we share the same purpose.
Sovy sighed again and slumped his shoulders slightly. Until now, everything has been an act of immediate to intimidate Shane. Halen could tell that Sovy was displaying his true emotions. Wait, who's Shane?
Normally, I would agree with you. But now, I'm not so sure.
Is he getting turned to the good side? God, this game's confusing me. Hopefully they don't make terrible choices. Anyways, I guess it's the next day now? Making our way toward one of the private rooms, it's time to get some rest. It's been a long day, and the subsequent days show no sign of changing pace. In this new life would simply be the nature of things. Everything was different. I let that settle for a while. It'd be almost impossible to sleep as things stood. All of our lives were flipped around in an instant. Not only that, but put in danger too. There's no guarantee that any of us would survive this, and we didn't have a choice but to fight. At least I didn't. Regardless of my feelings, I couldn't turn back on Alestia. If I did that, I'd be saying my own life was more important than our entire world. No matter how hard I tried, There's no way I could convince myself that was true. I sat at the edge of my bed and let out a loud sigh as I lay back. I don't get much rest before I'm shaken wide awake. That ain't good. The door to my room slowly opens. Shaken wide awake. It's Valencia and Fontaine. It seems like they disregard both my privacy and desire to sleep. I rise to greet them, unsure of what to say. Could have knocked. I could have been a wooing. I might not say getting lonely, because they weren't, but I would say maybe having trouble sleep too. Oh, isn't this jokingly?
Yeah, that's the long and short of it. Fortim and I have been talking for a while. There's something we need to discuss.
So do you want a threesome?
Yeah, we both came to the same conclusion. This isn't an order. It's more of a polite demand.
A friend that, a colleague, would say that his commander would fall in demand or something? Like, suggest something, but it would be, they wouldn't be able to turn it down.
Cirrus, you need to choose the next Elder of Valenorth.
Now?
You have a lot on your plate. You can't handle everything responsibly. Valenor's future requires nothing but the utmost care and attention. We can't expect you to lead Valenorth and train with that blade.
It's exactly like she said. Listen, I know this may seem sudden to you, but we've been talking about it for a while now. We wouldn't feel comfortable leaving Peregrino without a new Elder. Someone needs to plot Valenor's future and make choices along the way. Considering you'll be busy with the rebellion, we want you to elect one of us.
Valessa nods and smiles. I can tell they're both dead serious.
Let us carry this burden, Cirrus. Please.
I rubbed the fatigue out of my eyes and stared at them for a few moments. It seemed that lately, people have a tendency of putting me on the spot. Intentions were pure, however, to stop me from being overwhelmed. Any effort to alleviate this pressure shouldn't go unnoticed. Crossed my arms and continued to stare at them. They looked concerned. It's almost like an intervention. I doubt they'll leave without results.
Did we say something wrong? Look, she has no idea what to say.
And I thought we made our case pretty clear. Look, we're the best two candidates, Cirrus. You should make your choice before the night is over.
We can talk about it a little more if you'd like. It'd be best if this wasn't a hasty choice, right? Let's think things through, like a team.
There goes that rest we wanted to have. Looks like I'll have to get comfortable.
She makes her way back to the back of the room and sits on the chest. It seems uncomfortable, even for a makeshift chair. She doesn't show it. Fontaine yawns and rests back against the windowsill, whistling innocently.
So, what do we talk about?
Do I really have to? Yeah, go through things. Yeah, click on
Like
everything.
we said, ruling Valenorth requires a lot of attention. Quite frankly, we don't think you have enough to spare. Not with the rebellion and that blade in the mix, at least.
We just want to help you. For example, that choice about Peregrino, you could have left it to us instead of stressing out about it. Doesn't it make more sense to do that in the future? That way, it won't interfere with your training. You need to give that blade all of your effort.
Yeah, and we really are the best two candidates. There's no need to worry about making the wrong choice here. I'm sure that both of us would lead Valinor to a great future.
But first things first, we need to reconnect with the spirits. There's no point settling down on condemned land. We'll have to ensure our future before we plan it out.
Yeah, he's right. Anything else?
Okay, why do you want to be Elder, Fontaine?
Well, I'm actually a fan of what Milas and his father have done. Valinor has spent more than enough time being independent. We need to band together. We'll be strong enough to face any threat. Valessa wants to maintain our independence. We can't have that. How long until we're attacked again? The Triumvirate isn't our last enemy, and when that time comes, I want to have allies. We need to be strong. I actually support your decision to turn this place into a barracks. We need to have protection in the future. It'd be stupid not to. Dominic has the right idea. I'm starting to dig the guy. Is that all?
Okay, why do you want to be Elder Valessia?
Because Milas and his father have given up Valinor's soul. We need to stand apart. Our culture, our line of seers, they're special. Valinor was and always should be independent. It's just fact. Whatever comes our way, we can handle it on our own. That's the way it's been for thousands and thousands of years. This is only happening because we stoked the Triumvirate's ire. That won't happen again. And Fortum can't see that. He wants to unite with the rest of Alestia and give up our identity. Why waste all of our resources preparing for something that won't happen? And to that end, why did you want to convert this place into a barracks? I think it's kind of beautiful on its own. It adds to our sense of culture. Turning it into a military operation we'll never use? I don't get it. Any other questions?
Bugger. Because when we were at the tree, I was like, okay, I'm going to choose her. Why? I think it was like she had the most experience, being elder, being around him, talking about stuff. And now it seems to be like, okay, he's like, hey, how about her place become strong militarily and connect with people and stuff like that? And she being like, no, culture independence. Which, personally, I would go with Fontaine. But let me guess, Purity is her? I still kind of want to side with her. Made up my mind, no. They both audibly gulp, anticipate my decision. This was it. I decided the direction of Valinor's future. It would either be Fontaine's unity or Valessa's independence.
Well, what is it?
I usually
Please
prefer
think this
universe.
through.
Well, I just want a quick save, just because reasons. Let's go with Valencia. I need to side with Valencia. She was right. Strength or identity? Personally, I'm a strength thing, but this game also does seem kind of anime, so I don't know. We only got involved because of our alliance with Mazeo. If we maintained our independence, Valinor would be safe and sound. I haven't said anything yet. I clicked a thing. Not only that, but our culture and hierarchy were important too. There'd be no place for seers and scribes in the rest of Alestia. So done, Valinor would remain strong and free. Just see what the other choice would be, actually. Let's see, does this add corruption? No, it adds purity. Huh. What would be the other thing that in Sirius's mind for a thing? Fontaine, he's right. We need unity and strength in the future. Teaming up with the other nations wasn't sacrificing our identity at all. Unless it was wrong. It was simply turning a new page in our books. Things changed. Valinor was isolated long enough. Perhaps the isolation to our downfall, we lack strength. Under Fontaine's lead. And with blessing we'd find that strength. But yeah, that would definitely be adding corruption. Oh, I kind of feel like I want to, you know, cut it here and mull it over a bit. Is there anything else that he says? Or she says? Nope.
Wow. Really? This is like a dream come true. I can't believe this is actually happening.
It might not. What was the thing before? Can we yeet back and think about those other things they were saying? Maybe it was here? No, I think it was Cute Boy Day. I'm really having, like, choice paralysis, you know? Granted, I think that's usually when there's lots of choices you can't choose. I don't like being stuck like this. Because I would think the smart one would be Felicia. But then her thing is isolation and hope that everything stays strong, you know? She was right. We only got involved in this because Sayo maintained our independence, found out it would be safe and sound. Not sure about hierarchy being important, you know? Culture, sure. I think there'd be no place. I mean, the ability to see in the future is important, you know?
Yes, I knew we were on the same page. I can't thank you enough for this, really. I was so scared we'd lose Valinor.
I mean, I could stay at this for a while, or I might just cut this right here. I have to think. And it's probably going to take some time. I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna kind of go with my gut and be like her. I mean, my brain says him because it strength and unity, but my gut says her. So I guess I'll go her. Thing originally picked. Dracula runs towards me and hugs me. Fontaine rolls his eyes and looks elsewhere. I'm unsure if it was because of my choice or the hug.
Hey, Fortum even gets a promotion too. As your scribe, you can fill the gap I'm leaving. Oh, man, my head is so full of ideas right now. I'll have to discuss things with Dominic more in depth. Oh, this is so cool. When we meet him, it'll be a meeting of nations. Since I'm our envoy, I'll work on sounding as professional as I can.
My head doesn't feel
so,
good.
Dominic, it's a pleasure to meet you. No, wait, that sounds stupid. Sir Dominic?
Hey, Valessa, calm down for a second. This means I get to replace you as the scribe? You'll have to give me some last-minute training, you know.
Oh, right. I guess you are a little rusty. No worries. I'll take good care of you. Things will go swimmingly. Trust me.
It's clear she is jubilant. I don't think I've ever seen her this excited in a while. This would change the entire way she approached her journey.
I'm kind of confused though, Cirrus. You decided to turn this place into a barracks? That goes directly against our desire for unity. I'm sure I'll get over it, but I'm getting mixed signals. Either way, I'm proud to lead Valinor just as you left it. I won't undo your decision. I respect it. I'll make it work.
Like barracks for now, trusting Damek's decision, forward operating base for, making Valinor prosper in the future.
Well, seems like we have our work cut out for us. I'm a little upset that you didn't pick me, but I'll get over it. At the end of the day, I'm not just tagging along anymore. The position of Elder has only been open for a day, but I've been training to become a scribe for my entire life. Maybe, in this case, things worked out for the best.
Hopefully. Gives me a wide smile before walking towards his door, but before he leaves, he turns his back and looks at both of us.
You coming, Valessa?
Oh, sure. Just give me a few more minutes. I have a few more things to talk about.
Okay.
Fair enough. Good night.
After he leaves, Valessa lets out a loud sigh. She presses her back against the wall, closes her eyes.
For once, the future doesn't seem so uncertain. I'm sure I'll be put in a lot of complicated situations, Cirrus. Your wisdom is just as important to Valinor's future as I am. Remember how you went to Milos today, instead of telling me? If your visions involve my leadership, or Valinor's safety, please come to me. Otherwise, I'll try and force him to take good care of you. He's in good hands.
Milos. That's the Elder. I thought she went with us. She exits the room. That I can only describe as the utmost confidence. Posture, her steps, it all displayed something of newborn resolve. And for good reason, too. We just decided the direction of our nation's future. I went back to the bed and practically collapsed on it. Hopefully, I'd get enough sleep for our journey to the Outlook. Surrendering to heavy eyelids, I lose myself into the night. Woo. It isn't much longer before I fall asleep. But much to my dismay, I get no rest that night, for the fates had something else in store. Vision? Before I can even comprehend what happened, I whisked away from Pellegrino. This isn't a vision. This won't happen so fast after falling asleep. This was different. I grab my eyes and try to take in more of my surroundings. Or am I? Oh, in the chamber of the Triumvirate, I guess. It's so dark, without architecture unlike anything I've ever seen. There's nobody here. I'm all by myself, except for that. At the other end of the room pulsates and glows. As I look at it, I feel something burn deep inside of me. Not in a bad way, no. This is more like a burning desire. Ooh. It's calling out to me. It wants me to get closer. Okay. Take one step forward, keep my eyes on the mysterious object. As soon as my foot lands on the ground, pain courses through my body. I brought to my knees, almost like it slowly drained my energy. When it subsides, I stand back up, but the desire hasn't gone away. I need to get closer. I need to know exactly what this thing is. My burning curiosity thumps any care for my own well-being. Even though I object to such mindset, keep moving forward. It's almost like my body is moving on its own without my input. Take another step, and the pain returns to my body, but this time it's worse. I'm brought to my knees, and I can't seem to get back up. It's tearing me apart. I pant heavily, unable to move as it continues to harm my spirit.
Stop.
I immediately fall to the ground as I hear the voice from behind me. But it's not a bad thing, as I gain full control over my body. Whatever was controlling me, they'd put a stop to it. Turn around and take steps towards them, grateful. I could tell the farther away from the object I was, the better. But when I reach the mysterious person, I'm not prepared for what I see.
It's almost instinctual now. Interesting. Sorry for not being here right away. I didn't know you'd come so fast. That means things have slowed down on your end. I see.
Sorry? Is he Canadian? The triumvirate, I can tell right away. Or at least one of them, since I can only see one black cloak before me. I start to panic and reach for the blade of Exodus.
No.
They move their hand forward, and I can no longer move. Letting out a chuckle, they start walking towards me.
Even now, corruption grows within you. It can flow from the most noble of actions. But is that corruption what you truly want?
Huh?
There is no way to discern the consequences of your actions. You act instinctively, much like before. You do what you think is right. But what is right, and what is pure? Well, those are two different things.
They strike a pose, as if they're lost in thought, dabbing.
You know who I am, or at least, what I belong to. I speak not for the triumvirate, but of my own accord. Not that this would go against the wishes of my subordinates.
Subordinates? Does that mean I'm in the presence of the triumvirate's leader?
That power within you is a truly wonderful thing. So much strength, gifted to you by the realm of spirits. But you have to ask yourself, is it truly a gift? Do you act in Alestia's best interests, or in the spirits? Until now, everyone in Valinor assumed the two aligned. But things are changing. They're starting to make a push.
I strain myself, trying to move, but to no avail. Whatever they've done, they've taken control over my body.
What purpose is your journey if it ends in complete corruption? Keep that in mind as you stride forward, and make those tough choices. Many of them breed corruption. The pursuit of strength, for example. Before you go, I did call you here for one purpose.
They motion to the idol at the back of the room before waving their arm. As the ability to move returns to my body, I stumble, failing to balance myself. How is it possible to do this? Can I manipulate spiritual energy without the blade? I regain my balance and immediately turn to look at the idol.
It's beautiful, isn't it? There's never been a more pure form of corruption. You seek to dethrone us. Isn't that your goal? In that case, remember one thing.
They tilt their head, and though I can't see their face, I assume they're smiling. With a final wave of their hand, I collapse on the ground. My vision fades away.
The only thing that can destroy pure corruption is purity itself, embodied.
I hear their words, but I seem to exist in the void of nothingness. I don't understand what just happened. I'm only left with a multitude of questions. My actions can influence the purity or corruption of the power inside of me. That doesn't make any sense, but then again, maybe that's what they wanted. They want to confuse me, to try to push me down a different path. Of course they'd want to scare me away from my decisions that would harm their reign. Or would they? Good time to call it. Almost immediately I found myself back in Pellegrino. I got no sleep. Well, anyways, end of this. Let's play. Bugger. Maybe I should just go back to the game where I'm reading constantly, but thirsting after venison. You know? Well, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So anyways, please comment, because comment, so much you like, dislike, tips, XOYZ, if you like my YouTube and likes to grow. And please like, subscribe, and check out the various app to grow. And please remember to spay in your animals, help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's on Steam. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. See ya.